Everybody can have access. All right, so I said the diagram below show the segment, the line segment which passes through the points A and B, determine the coordinate of A and B. So very easy, one first to get 2 marks each, right? They want the coordinate or the position. As we know we have to read the X first. So this is point B, so we have to read our X first, right? And that would give us 4, 6. So let's figure out now the point A. If you see me, I hesitate, guys, me I let you people. All right, so this now is point A. So we have -2, and then we go across. So it would be -2, 3, +3. So it's -2, +3. That's A. While B was +4 and 6. So it's really the intersection, right? So that will give you your first 2 marks for that one. All right, it said what is the gradient of the line segment? I think you guys did well with that. So what we can do, guys, we can name any one of them x1, y1, or x2, y2. I'm kind of try to put the bigger one up front. Probably sometimes it work out much easier when you have it like that. So let me see if we can do that. So this would, I'm gonna name this one x1, y1. I should make this a little bigger, you know. Hold on, guys. I'm letting nobody pick me. So this would be x1, y1. Because each point have 2 things, right? You have the x and the y coordinate. Similar with this, you have the x, but this time we're going to name it x2 and this y2. Guys, you have to be good on your algebra with this part. You know? So the gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And guys, you can turn it around. You can have y1 at the front, but you have to be consistent, right? Once you have y at the front, you have to be consistent with the x as well. All right, so we'll add name y2 as 3, so it's going to be 3 minus 6, because that's y1, over x2 is -2, so it's -2. Put back a minus. Sometimes students tend to forget the minus here. Minus, so what, 4? Now we could do the maths. 3 minus 6, that's gonna give us -3, right? The 6 is bigger, and then negative, both of them negative, so we add and we get -6. Now this can be simplified. Negative cancel negative, and 3 into itself 1 time, while 3 into 6 2 times. So we can break down this to a half. All right. So that gives us a half. So the gradient would be a half. All right, the next question says the equation of the line which passes through AB. So then that's one the equation on the line. That's we literally have everything already. We have the gradient. Only thing we need are the y-intercept. Now the y-intercept away crosses the y-axis. So that's +4. And of course, we know that the equation of the line is in the form y equal mx plus c. So m was the gradient. I thought it represents the gradient, so it would be half x plus, left half the x plus 4. So that would be the equation on the line. So you'd have gotten 6 marks for this. Why showing 12? We on the previous marathon we had done the function part of it. So for those persons who were not a part of it, on Sunday I will release those videos. So you guys will have access to all of them. All right, let's go again, guys. Your time again. This one says the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows triangle OMN and its image O big M prime and N, right? Under an enlargement with center O and a scale factor K. Angle ONM is equal to 90 degrees. Use the dimension shown on the diagram to calculate 1, the value of K, or the scale factor of enlargement, that's 1 mark, and the length of OM. So do that first, guys. For those of you who are new, just WhatsApp me your answer. That's how we do it, guys. We don't really just, everybody have to participate. So just WhatsApp me at that number. It's on the screen, 5492161. So the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows triangle OMN and its image OM N prime. Very important, you know, guys. These are the original. All right, it's very important. Under an enlargement with center O and a scale factor K. So we don't know what K is, and they said that ONM is 90 degrees. So they're basically telling us that it's a right angle triangle. And it's using the dimension shown on the diagram, calculate the value of K, the scale factor of the enlargement. So this is the original. So with the two sides that we get, we can figure out the scale factor from there because it's supposed to be proportional. All right, so all we have to do, it's basically an enlargement, right? So it's 16 over 8. So it have a scale factor of 2. So what that means, all the sides is going to increase by 2. By 2 times the length. Not by 2, but 2 times, or double. Alright. Just to calculate the length OM. Now everyone should know the trig ratio, 6, 8, 10. But let's just show the working. Now this is the hypotenuse. We want to find the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. So what just for hypotenuse, how we find hypotenuse, it would be 6 square plus 8 square. And of course, we could call this OM square. After you do all of the hard work there, you just find the square root. So 6 times 6, 36. 8 times 8, 64. Which gives us 100. To get rid of this square, we find the opposite of square, which is square root. So we find the square root of 100. Everyone should know the 6, 8, 10, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13, and 5, right? You should know that by heart, though, guys. So this works out to 10. So the length of OM is 10 centimeters. Now they ask us for from O to M. This can be a little bit tricky. Why? Students might just put 20, but it's not 20. The distance from here, from O to M, is going to be what? 20, right? Oh. No, that length here are 20. Right? As in from M to M. Because this length from here to here is going to double this length. So we're just going to times it. Oh, okay, then you see what I answer. So this is going to be from here to here is going to be 20. Just as this side would be 12. From here to here. So OM would be 20. Yes, for me that think, Jaden. Me actually I say from here so to here so 20. Not remembering so from O.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So in my head, me I say, oh, that's a bit 30. Alright, hold on guys. Let me see if we can look from B. He said the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows triangle PQR, which represent the cross section of a roof. QS is perpendicular to PSR. Using the dimension shown on the diagram, calculate correct to three significant figures: the length of QS, the measure of angle RQS, and the area of triangle PQR. And that will give you a total of 12 marks. Try this, guys. 2, 5, 8. So we can give you 50 minutes to complete that. That's about the time Cxc give you to complete. Now, this is a diagram below not drawn to scale, shows triangle PQR, which represent the cross section of a roof. QS is perpendicular. So perpendicular means they meet at right angle. They might try to give us this, right? And this is PQ equal this 12.6, QR 8.4, angle QPR equal 50 degrees. It's using the dimension shown on the diagram, calculate correct to three significant figures, length of QS. So this is QS. If you notice, it's a right angle triangle, right? So we can use the trig ratio. So looking from this angle, the side that we're looking for would be the opposite side. And we are given the hypotenuse. Recently when we did the trig question, I was saying that one of the things you can know what to use, two things you know what, which are the trig ratio. So sin are opposite than hypotenuse, cos adjacent and hypotenuse, while tan is opposite and adjacent. So two things you can use to figure out which one of them here to use, because students always mix them up for some reason. I'm not sure. You see, once you label it, guys, this will be adjacent. This is the adjacent. So two things, decide what to use. One, the length that you are given must be included. So in this case, the hypotenuse. So we can eliminate tan immediately because the hypotenuse is included. You have to include it. And the next thing, the side that you're looking for must be included. So if we are looking for the opposite side, we have to include the opposite. So we can see that sin, right? Because sin, you have the opposite side and you have this. So you have to use sin in that case. We don't know the adjacent, so we can't use two unknown to find, right? Because this side is blank, this side is blank. No way you can figure it out from them. So you show them, so you know what you do. So you say sin 15. What this does, it identifies which angle you look from. Is equal to the opposite side over hypotenuse. So it will be sin 15 equal, we don't know what the opposite side, so we'll just call it opposite, or QS, over the hypotenuse, which is 12.6. And then we do that something where we can multiply. Right? So it will be sin 15 times the 12.6. Somebody can punch out and calculator for me, please. So this is how the opposite side equal to sin 15 times 12.6, and then we get the length for this.
So 189.
How much you got?
189.
189? It
Yes,
can be. I think you put 126. It's actually 12.6. Remember, this is the hypotenuse. You can't longer than this. So use 12.6.
Sorry, that's wrong.
It's
3.26.
3.2, yeah. It has to be lower than this. No, man, it's just an error she made. I think she probably puts 126. So it's 3.26. Any other number? They behind it? Because remember, they said to three significant figures. So if there's a number behind it, well, greater than 5, we'd have to round up. But if there's no number, this would actually be the 3.26 for the three significant figures. So pay close attention, guys, to those who could think of them say. Like three significant figure or round off to 2 decimal places. Just USC sec asks you. They are very mean with marks. Anything them ask you for, just give them. So they ask you 3 significant figure, so yeah. So this now work out to 3.26. All right, the next thing they ask for the measure of RQS. So that's RQS. Again, we're gonna need a calculator. So when we're identifying the angle, it's always the third one. So RQS. So this is the angle that we're looking for. Now, I'm gonna say, since as we get this side and this side, I'm gonna just use the inverse ratio, right? So because I'm gonna label it now, so I look from this angle. So this would be my opposite side. This will be my opposite side, my hypotenuse, and my adjacent. So if you look, we're going to use these two known sides to get it. But we're going to form an equation, not equation, a fraction. So I know the adjacent and I know the hypotenuse. So that will be cos. So it will be 3.26 divided by 8.4. Somebody can punch in and calculator for me and tell me 0. What them get? 0. Whatever. 3.26 divided by 8, which is the adjacent over hypotenuse. That's a cos. We don't have calculator, guys?
0.388.
388. Alright, so this
Can
is
you
how
go
you
back
get.
over how you get that all about, please?
Alright. So first, I'm looking for this angle. Let's call it theta. So I'm going to use the two sides that I know to get it. Right? So I label it. This is my opposite side. This is my adjacent. Because the opposite side is always facing to the angle, basically. So if I draw one dotted line, that automatically give you the opposite side. The hypotenuse, opposite to the right angle. This is also a right angle. And of course, this will be adjacent. Adjacent actually means beside. So it's the length beside the angle. So this is my adjacent. So I'm going to use adjacent and hypotenuse. Only cos, see? Can give me that. So I'm going to set up a fraction. So it's going to be 3.26 divided by the 8.4. Alright, when I get my decimal like this, I'm going to press shift on my calculator now. Cos. And you're going to see a negative 1 come up the top. And then you punch in 0.388. Everyone, please try that. If they don't have shift, you should have second on your calculator. Normally, a yellow button mark second. That can do the same as if you don't have shift. So you press the second function, press cos, and you see the negative 1 go up there. So then you punch in the decimal and you press equal, and that would automatically give you the angle of this basically. So let me know if everybody get it, please, and tell me what's the angle.
67.2. 7.2.
7.2. Alright, so this is also two significant figure. 3 significant figure already. So we now have to do nothing. So I don't know Cxc that in the year when them say correct to 3 significant figure. All of the answer automatically, it no matter still. So everyone, you should be able to do that, right? To get the angle, we can use the two sides to give us the angle. Alright, using the same cos, tan, and sin. So you just set it up, form your little fraction. When you get a decimal, you just press shift. The function that we're using, we use cos because we get adjacent and hypotenuse in this case.
So what's this? 67.2?
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
No, sir.
What you get?
I never really understand. The answer on the calculator was 67.1, but you said 3 significant
Oh,
figures. So you're off.
67.1. Well, on, give me the, just
But
give me
there's a 6
67.1.
after it. So you
What come
round it
after
up.
the one?
Sir, there's so you round it up to 2.
69. 69, sir. 69.
Hold on. 67.
67.169.
Oh, yeah, man. So the two correct because you're gonna round up. Remember, I know it's 3 significant figures, so you're gonna round up. So she's correct. So you're gonna add 1 because it's the 6 is greater than 5, right? So you add 1 to it, so it becomes 2. So it's correct. Good job. All right. So now we're good on that, guys. All right. So now they ask us to find the area of the entire triangle. Two ways you can do that. We can either go the long route, which I wouldn't advise, because you would have to calculate the length of this, and you'd have to say 8.4 square minus 3.26 square and a bag of workout. So I'm gonna use the formula half AB sine C. I see Amaya use it as well. I agree with that. It's kind of shorter because we can easily find this angle right here. We just found this angle, which is 67.1, and we can find this one because it's a right angle triangle, right? So all I have to do is subtract this from 90. So I would go that route, like with Amaya. It's very efficient. Some people don't know that formula there, you know. Guys, you have to know them. Half AB sine C. So the entire angle, we need the entire angle. So this portion is 90, take away 15, so that's what, 75. So this is 75 plus the 67.1. Or we just get 0.2, or we just calculate. We use 2, yeah, man. Then we're going to penalize. So you have 2, 2, and 7. Oh, carry 1 here, so that's 14. So that's 1, 4. I don't even know how many days. I work too crowded, man. Alright, so these are 2. 7, 5, 12, 2 carry 1. So that's 142.2. So what is AB, right? Any side can be A and any side be B. Them two sides you will have. So it
Sir,
will
zoom out.
be, Oh, thought somebody had something. So it's half AB sine C. AB represent the two sides, and C is the angle between. So you use your calculator, guys, to figure out that. So we know that half, what's A? We can name anyone on the side A or anyone B, right? So this was given as 12.6 and 8.4. So just punch that in a calculator. Times 12.6 times 8.4. And then now you're seeing the angle, which is 142. But just go write down Amaya answer. But you guys work it out and tell me if you get it. As you guys seems like you don't want to use your calculators. Guys, practice to use your calculators from now. You don't want to go in the exam and you don't know your calculator. That's like going to a wedding. Right, with somebody you just met. Alright, I'm going to see now.
32.43.
32.
0.43.
34. times 8 by 4. I think she got 13.7. Oh, sin 15. Oh, because she used sin 15. Should have been sin 142. Alright, tell me the answer you got.
32.43.
32.43. Jaden, what you got?
Sir, what I get is 32.5808.
32.6 by the 3DP, right? The 366, sir.
Oh. Wow, I don't know when punching on the calculator.
32.6,
It's
sir. You just punching
32.4.
everything.
I punch in everything, sir, and I get 32.580.
Yeah, everything, guys. I don't want to use 142 alone. Let's use everything. Yeah. So, guys, you have to use the angle between, all right? So, when it all come down, it will be what?
Sir, aren't you supposed to put it to 3 significant?
Yeah, man, that may I say no. But because everybody will give me a different answer. But I think majority are saying 35, right? 32.6. Because this should have been 5. 5 what? 5, 6? But not answer me, guys. You know,
Jaden said 32.6.
yeah, I know. But I wanted to know the number so I can show persons why is that. You know,
Sir, the number I got in the calculator is 32.58080527.
yeah. So 5, 8. So yeah, man, you'd have to round. Because remember, you know, guys, you have to do to 3 significant figures. So if it's 5, 8, then 8 is greater than 5. So we add 1 to this. Thanks, Jaden. That's what I wanted to find out. Because if you just give them 32 points, whatever, and not this, you probably lose a 1 mark. Notice it's 3 mark. So I guess the 1 mark is for the rounding off part. That's what I'm assuming. Thanks so much, guys. So guys, we use the angle between, but in our middle. We don't really use the 15. Alternately, we could have actually found the area for this, right? Half the base times the height, since we know that. Bag of decimal, same thing with this, and then we add them. So somebody can do that if they want find the area for this one. Because we know so we get this to be 3.26. So we know the height and everything. So we could use, it's a two right angle triangle, half base times height. But we never calculate that, that's something here. See it? We'll have to do this. We'll have to calculate the base. So this better. Half AB sine C better. But if you know that formula there, we just say work it out the long way, guys. Make Cxc know say. Yeah, try. Alright, it says solve the inequality. Me just do this for my life, you know. Solve the inequality 5 minus 2x less than 9. And it says if x is an integer, determine the smallest value of x that satisfies the inequality in A1 above. And then we go down to the circle. So guys, we have 3, 6 marks. So we can give 10 marks for this, 10 minutes for this. That's about the time that Cxc give you. In terms of marks, 120 marks, think of 150 minutes, something like that. So the ratio is very close. It's like literally 1 mark per minute. Almost that. Alright, so it says solve the inequality 5 minus 2x less than 9, right? So I literally just did one of these on the channel on the live because I know that students always mess up this over the years. So we want to get x by itself, right? So the first thing we get rid of this positive 5 by minus 5 from both sides. So we're going to left with negative 2x less than 9 minus 5. So this portion is going to give us 4. And then we have negative 2x. So guys, I deliberately look for this one because you see, once you have a negative hanging out there, you have to turn it around. So you're going to turn around the side once you're dividing by a negative. I saw Chanel did that. Very good. So it's going to be x greater than negative 2. That's the only time we turn it around. When there's a negative, we're dividing by a negative. Alright. It says now, if x is an integer, determine the smallest value of x that satisfies this equation. So x greater than negative 2. So that would be negative 1, right? You guys do know that negative 1 is greater than negative 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're doing
Yes,
that
sir.
because it don't have, we don't include
Sir,
it. Yeah, man, go ahead.
why you change the sign greater than to less than? It has to be changed.
Yeah, because once we divide in, I just said, once we divide in by a negative, like for example this, because this is negative 2, and we divide in by negative 2, we have to change the sign. So,
Sir, I made a mistake with my sign. I leave my sign out, or I would get it right.
oh, the sign. All right, you see, if it was just 2x alone, guys, we would not change it, right? But once we divide in by a negative number, then we have to change it. So like how the coefficient of x is negative, we have to change it. So it becomes greater than negative 2.
Also, because it's divided by negative 2, that's why you flip it, sir.
Yeah, that is it. I did say it though. I did say it. Yeah, man, that is it, guys. Even on the live, when I just did it, persons were asking about it. And I was telling them that I know over the years, students have a lot of problem with it. Inequality, they can also ask you to graph it, like to show the direction. You guys know with the box and with the little circle thing, that is less than. And when time it black out, is less than. Hello. Hi, Brianna. We're on no. We're on no. We're on no. From 7 we start. No, I'm letting everybody know see and I'm waiting. What's up? What's up? Make me forward. What's up? What's up? Yeah, alright. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody having a little difficulty getting on. Let's see what I'm doing. Hold on, guys. Let me just forward back this to her. I know the time going in, man. The time going so fast. It takes so long to call me, bro. Alright. So next up, and this is just one mark, guys, for the x. Yeah, as I was out here, I wanted to point out this, right? The bigger the negative number, the less the value. So in this case, because it's just less than, we do not include the 2. If it was less than or equal to, then we'd have included the 2. So this would be negative 1. All right, let's move on to the next one, which I think is one of the easier version of area. Normally, guys, when you're the primary school, area and perimeter easy, but Cxc one them normally tedious. But I think this one is very nice. So say a piece of wire is bent to form a square of area 121 centimeters square. Calculate the length of each side of the square. So all we have to do, we know that a square, how did they get the 121? They multiply the number by itself, right? Because that's how you find the area of your square. You multiply length times length. So all we have to do the inverse of it, which is to find the square root of this. So that will give us 11. So the length would be 11 of the square. So that take care of that. Length of each side will be 11. The perimeter. Now the perimeter is the total distance around. All four sides are equal. So we just multiply 4 times 11, 44. You guys did well on that one. Oh, we never see that part here, you know. I never allow you guys. Oh, alright guys, see if we can match
Sir,
it.
because me did I wonder why them a talk about use pi.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize. But no, it's because I wanted to
Sorry.
show you guys up here. So. Question?
I was wondering why they tell us to use pi.
Oh, yeah. Somebody text me about that, you know, but because I wasn't, I didn't understand. Yeah. So guys, match up this part. We still have time. Can do this and go down to the other one. Easiest 4 marks. Anyway, I think Chanel could go with it. Alright, so you said the same piece of wire is bent to form a circle. Guys, what's the length? What's the original length? Wouldn't the perimeter and the circumference be the same? Because remember, you know, at the perimeter is a 44. So that means that the circumference I circle have to be 44 too. So circumference equal 2 pi r, right? But only thing we know say it's supposed to be 44. Let me turn the other way. So it will be 2 times 22 over 7. And them say take 5 to be 22 over 7 times the radius. We don't know what the radius is, but this must be 44. Alright, so we transpose now. What times we divide and what divide. So that'll be this times 7, because this are divide over here, so right? Let me show it, because some person visual, let me show you. And then now, this are multiply, so you divide. So that'll be 2 times 22. Guys, when you never do a circle yet, we're at 7. Radius are 7. And it's alright, so this into this. So 20, this time this are 44, right? So this are 1. So this into this 1, this into this 2, 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 2, 1. So the radius is 7. And this
Sir.
eh?
The way how I do it did look no easier, sir. To do it that way.
Where you did?
Look at what I send you, sir.
Alright, what may I say then? We know the circumference at 44, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so the radius of 44, which means, not the radius, the circumference are going to be 44. So that's why I say, you could use the circumference formula and just transpose the R. Let me look how you do it. Let me take keen.
Oh. I did do it a different way and get it, sir.
Oh, you use it, the area one. Pi r square. But I basically the same thing. I see same thing you do, man. Just so you do it, set it up different, but I see same thing we do. Alright,
Yes,
we
sir.
know the area of the circle could be. We do this now, Pep, you know. You know, say Pep students have to do them something, guys. You know, Jamaica government so wicked. So area of circle is pi r square. It's supposed to be 154. Amount of time I do this. So the first one I do it then. So the area would be 22 over 7 times 7 times 7. And then this gives us 154 centimeters square. Remember guys, the 11th and so, the 11 was the length of one side, you know. And if you are going to use the area as the 121, that was the area. The area for this square was 121, not the perimeter. So we have to read it and meditate deeply. Alright, we have 9 minutes, guys. Make us see if I think one graph something to find it to me know say. Yeah. Alright, make us see if we can at this minute talk. I say we have to this take a little while. But let's see if we can do this. Two functions are defined as follow. G of x is equal to 4x plus 3. F of x is equal to 2x plus 1 over 2x plus 7 over x plus 1. State the value of x for which f is undefined, and then it's a calculate the value of gf5, and then we find the inverse. So these will be the last. Let's stop here. So by the time we do it, I guess we are going to read. Alright guys, so it says two functions are defined as follow. G of x is equal to 4x plus 3, while f of x is equal to 2x plus 7 over x plus 1. Let me just check out McFarlane one first. Probably a little bit McFarlane, I think they asked us to find the function at the inverse of f, but they found it of g. So that kind of messed up. They found the inverse for the wrong function. Alright, so let's go now, guys. So it says state the value of x for which f of x is undefined. Now, the value for which f of x is undefined is when the denominator works out to 0. So you see this portion here, guys, where you have x plus 1, all we have to do is just equate it to 0 and solve the x. So x is equal to, subtract 1 from both sides. So if x is equal to -1, the function is undefined. Remember, we cannot divide by 0. So that would be x equal -1. So this was the easy part. And this part now, say calculate the value of gf5. Now, Erica, I saw where you had everything perfect, but I don't know, for some reason, it looked like you start a fresh question. You didn't plug in the 5, but I think you combine it perfectly. But I didn't see where you put in the 5 and then work it down. So I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go. So it says now gf. So f is the last function. So right, so we're gonna write back all of the last function, which is 2x plus 7 over x plus 1. Put that in bracket. So we're gonna write back g, which is 4x plus 3. Consider this, don't multiply the x plus 1 here, guys. Expand the bracket without this. Alright, so it's gonna be 4 times that, which is 8x. 4 times 7, which is 28. Let's consider the x plus 1 as all over. And then you can work down this. So 8x plus what? 31. And we're going to add the 3 and that. So this gives us 31. All over x plus 1. But remember what they want. They want you to plug in 5 where x is. So you just plug it in, guys. Let me see now. So 8 times 5. Anywhere you see x, you have to put 5. plus 31, and then 5 plus 1. So 8, 5, 40 plus that. And then 5 plus 1, that was 6. So that was 71 over 6. Let me see some. Yeah, but let me see you guys. Let's see, both of you got the same answer. And the 3 is a solid 3. Solid 3 over 1. Yeah, guys, we have made some. That was 7. Let me eliminate it. I went to that side here. It's 4, 2, 8, 4, 7, 28. Alright, so it's I'm not so sure what about that. What on the guys? I'm just so 4, 2, 8, 4, 7, I treat it. I treat it. We'll do this one. And then think I'll stick with this. This actually. How about the asterisk beside this, guys? We get 11.3 still. I have some doubt about this. Alright, that one here now, we say find the inverse
I sent that to you, sir.
Alright. I think find this as if we work out this, then let's see, if we have this as the LCM, x plus 1, this into this one, we get 2, 7, this into this. Yeah. Alright. Let's go and check it out, Jaden. For this one now, f of x equal 2x plus 7 over x plus 1. So we change the function to y. So y equal 2x plus 7 over x plus 1. And then now we have to interchange y for x and x for y. So this will be x equal 2y plus 7 over y plus 1. So what we're going to do now, we want to solve for y, because we want to make y this something. So you see this y plus 1, we're going to multiply by this throughout. So it's going to be y plus 1 equal to 2y plus 7. I need this space though. I don't know why Cxc jumbled it up so. Alright, so this side. So we have x, y plus 1 equal 2y plus 7. So we expand a bracket. So that will give us xy plus x times 1, x. And this equal 2y plus the 7. So we need to group the like term, right? So we have a y term here and a y term here. So we group them. So we have y. This is a positive, so we're going to subtract 2y from both sides. And we still have the x over here, so right? And that must equal to 7. So we need to get rid of this x, because what we want to do, we want to get y by itself. So this is a plus y, so we have a minus x. From both sides. So now we have y by itself over here. So, but not by itself, no, we have the y term. So what we do, factor out the y, because that we want to get by itself. Y. Now y into xy, leave x. Y into 2y, leave 2. And then we have, of course, the 7 minus x. So the final step would be to divide by this, which is the x minus 2. And that would be the inverse of it. That's probably where 3 marks are 4. Alright guys, so we're gonna stop here so for tonight. We go way over the time, but I'll say it was sometime. So take care guys. Oh God, I didn't realize I was muted, you know. Shoot. So guys, this is basically the solution. The first one was incorrect. I'm gonna go back over it because it did mute. Shoot. Nobody wants to mute, you know. I made that error. I got 11.3. Should have not been 11.3. There was an error with this solution. So I'm going to just look back over it. So, write back the function f, because f is the last function. Now, f says, why am I not seeing it? Yeah, where about this also? Let's go back over everything, guys. Alright, so f is the last function, so it's 2x plus 7 over x plus 1. Times the 4 plus 3, right? I think I'll just plug in the 5 from here. So we have 2 times 5 plus the 7 over 5 plus 1. We'll work out the bracket first. So 2, 5, 10 plus that's 17 over 6. I'm going to multiply before we add. I'm wondering how I make that double level. So you have 4 times this. 4 7s 28. 8 carry the 2. 4 1s 4, and that's 68 over 6. And then now we can say 6 into that gives us 11.3. So this works out to 11.3, and we add the 3 to it, which gives us 14.3. So I made a little blunder, and I got 11, which is actually before it. Alright, so guys, thanks for watching. The next one tomorrow, no doubt. I'll see you guys in another video.